Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the first wave of Candy Toy Wonder Ride books for Kamen Rider Saber. We have Brave Dragon, Lion Senki, Ames Animal File, and Metsubo Jinrai Monsters. Two of these are going to eventually get DX releases, but these two are exclusive to the Candy Toy wave, and they're both 01 inspired, so I had to grab them. I'll be honest, these two are the reason I decided to pick these up. I got this set from Tokulectables. I'm not sure if he still has them in stock or not, but HLJ, who I usually buy stuff from, still hasn't put anything up for them. And they came out before like the actual release of the show, I guess, is like a teaser, kind of like Peter Fantasista. So I'm not sure if HLJ is ever getting them, so that's why I just said, you know what, shipped to my door, I can get them from Tokulectables. I don't have to worry about tracking down. The other thing I didn't want to do was buy a whole box and then have a bunch of extras, so I don't mind getting one of each because at least these will be kind of fun to play around with until the DX versions arrive, and these two exclusive to the wave, so definitely had to pick them up. But yeah, I think it's kind of neat. I'm a little confused though as to why they don't have any sounds. We had Progrise keys in Gashapon and Candy Toy that were able to have sounds, and these are very similar in my opinion, but no sounds. So Gashapon, Candy Toy Wonder Ride books, no sounds. Don't know why. I think it's weird. But they do have little chips in them, so they can be read by the sword driver. So when you get that, you will be able to use these with that to make sounds, but these themselves will not make sounds, if that makes sense. So taking a look at the box, you have Kamen Rider Saber here, Brave Dragon. Not too much going on that side. Over here just kind of shows you the other four in the wave. Not too much going on the bottom. And then taking a look on the back, just kind of shows you how it pops open. So if we take a look at one of these, I believe there's going to be some stickers that need to be applied. Yeah. So you can see you get the Wonder Ride book completely devoid of stickers. There are two stickers here which I'm going to have to apply. So I'm just going to kind of show that off. But I believe this is where the NFC chip is that the sword will read. And you can see there's a QR code as well. So I'm going to go ahead, take all these out of the box, sticker them all up, and then we'll come back and take a closer look. So here are the four books fully stickered. They do come fully assembled, so you don't have to actually do anything to put them together, which is nice. You just have to put the stickers on. So it's one sticker here on the front, and then you press the little button down here. It springs open, and then you have one sticker here and one sticker here. So that is all you have to do. But the pictures look great. You can see they have all the language that they created for this, and people online have made keys and stuff. At some point I'll have to go through and translate some of this stuff, but there's obviously something written in this little language here. But the picture looks great. Brave Dragon there. And then someone pointed out to me after I did the Peter Fantasista how I really thought this looked like you know, like a play button. It reminded me of like one of those old time little tape recorders. But apparently, I think it says book. Somebody told me. I still don't know what the language is. But yeah, I think someone told me it says book in the language. So it's just kind of like, you know how titles for books appear on the spine. But either way, pretty cool. Like I said, there's not too much to do with this yet, but I do like flipping them open and then pushing them back closed. I don't know why that's so satisfying, but it is. And then on the back here, I believe the chip reader is supposed to be in here somewhere, and there is a QR code. And you can see the number down here, C001. So if you were to use this one in the driver, when you would plug it in, I think it would... Does it immediately flip open? I'm not sure. I think you have to put the sword in. I don't have the toy yet, but... so yeah, unfortunately, no sounds on its own, which is kind of a bummer. Here is the Lion Senki. Love the picture of the lion on the front. That's really cool. Flip that open. And there you go. You can see you have the torso and left arm. And I should point out that the way these are going to work in the driver, like if you would use these two together, this one would overlap that one, and then you'd see you'd have a torso and two arms there. So I think that's kind of fun. I think that's going to be a really neat gimmick and all the different combos and things that we're going to make. So Ames Animal File. You can see Vulcan and Valkyrie. So we got Wolf and Cheetah here on the front. Pop this open, and you can see we have Vulcan's torso and left arm. And then over here we have Metsubo Jinrai Monsters. And we've got all 4 members here. But on the inside, just Hirobi. But still looks pretty cool. I don't know, like I said, there's just something about these little books that it's satisfying the spring-loaded nature, and then just the pictures inside are so neat, the artwork and everything. So I'm really enjoying them. I wish they had sounds, though. I feel like that would have been something they could have done. I don't really know why they couldn't put just a few sounds in. Even if they had to make them a little bit more expensive, I feel like it would have been worth it. And just to show off, here is Peter Fantasista. They are exactly the same size, which makes sense because they have to fit the same driver. So, but very, very similar. Let me see. Does he... What do I have to hit? This button, I think, to make it flip open. Let me get something here to hit this little button. There we go. So this one would go in the end. Would it cover? It wasn't. I'm trying to think. I think. Yeah, because this one would go in the front, actually. This would go in the first spot. And then this would go over like that to make a full body. So I think it's going to be a fun gimmick. I think it's neat how, different ones are different parts of the body. Like you can tell this one goes all the way to the left. This one goes in the middle. And then this one would go all the way to the right. I gotta pop this open again. And it all just has to do with where the placement is. So like that would go over top of that, and then that would go over top of that. So if you had 3 books, that would make a full body like that. So I think it's neat. I think it's going to be a fun, goofy little gimmick. I'm definitely enjoying playing with these. New stuff is supposed to come out today, I believe. So we should be getting, payment notifications and whatnot, and I'll be shipping very soon to get that over here because I'm very excited. New show debuts this weekend, so I'll be also very excited. Hopefully someone gets that up pretty quickly, and hopefully we can check that out maybe like Sunday night, something like that. So fingers crossed. Very excited for Saber. My one big critique of these is I don't see why they couldn't have had sound. We had Gashapon and Candy Toy Progress keys that had sound, so I don't really see why. I mean, maybe just to differentiate them from the DX, because with Progress keys, the DX also had lights. So these just had sounds, and that's how you could tell them apart. So maybe because these have sounds, they took the sounds out of these, and that's why they, But, I mean, at that point, just make them all DX. I'll just pay a little bit more, and I don't need non-sound versions. I don't know. I guess it doesn't hurt to always have a cheaper option for people, but I feel like... I don't know. The only reason I can think of that they didn't put sounds in these is to differentiate the cost and because why would anyone buy this for 10 if they could get the exact same thing for 3? What would be the difference? But you can tell, I mean, the buttons are different, the mechanisms are different, so it makes sense. But I would have been okay with paying $10 for Gashapons if they had sound. You know what I mean? Or something to that effect. I don't know. They could have worked out something. In any case, I still think it's pretty cool to pick these up. I recommend grabbing these. If you can find these by themselves, obviously you don't need these two if you can get a DX release. Well, you're definitely going to get a DX release of this guy if you're going to buy the driver. He is the secondary rider, so he comes with one of those little pieces for the sword, so you don't have to buy a second driver. But in any case, I definitely recommend at least hunting down these two. I think they're pretty cool, and of course I love the 01 references, since I was a big fan of that. There is one more 01 book that's supposed to be a promotional item with the driver for first release. I don't think I'm going to get that. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say HLJ is probably not going to give those to us. It's pretty much become par for the course. So, but that's an issue for another video. So in any case, I think these are fun. I wish they had sound, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.